I've always been fascinated by the hidden mechanisms that shape our world, and today we're going to uncover one of the biggest: debt. It's a concept as old as civilization itself, yet its impact on our lives is often overlooked. From ancient Mesopotamia to the crypto boom of the 21st century, debt has been a driving force behind economies, wars, and social change. It's not just about owing money, it's about power, control, and the very fabric of our society. To understand debt, we need to go way back. In ancient Mesopotamia, debt wasn't just a financial concept, it was a social one. Farmers would borrow seeds or tools, promising to repay after the harvest. But poor harvests could lead to spiraling debt, sometimes resulting in debt slavery. This system wasn't unique to Mesopotamia. As societies grew more complex, so did their financial systems. Temples and palaces began to act as early banks, keeping records of debts and credits. This centralization of debt management laid the groundwork for the economic systems we have today. Throughout history, religious and spiritual leaders have recognized the destructive power of debt. In ancient Judea, the concept of the Jubilee year called for all debts to be forgiven every 50 years. Islam, too, has strong teachings against usury and debt. The Prophet Muhammad emphasized the importance of fair trade and warned against the dangers of interest-based lending. Similar themes can be found in the teachings of Buddha and in various Hindu texts. It's fascinating to see how these ancient wisdom traditions recognize the potential for debt to create social inequality and strife. It wasn't just religious figures who recognized the need to address debt. Throughout history, we see examples of rulers and governments implementing debt cancellation on a large scale. In ancient Greece, we see Solon's reforms, which included a mass cancellation of debts and the freeing of debt slaves. In medieval Europe, the Catholic Church played a significant role in debt management, often calling for the forgiveness of debts during times of crisis. And in modern times, we've seen initiatives like the Jubilee 2000 campaign, which called for the cancellation of third-world debt. These examples show us that debt cancellation isn't some radical new idea. It's a tool that societies have used for millennia to maintain social stability and economic function. Now, to fully grasp the concept of debt, we need to understand money itself. Money, as we know it today, is a relatively recent invention. For most of human history, people used barter systems or commodity money like shells or beads. But these systems had limitations. You can't exactly split a cow in half if you only want to buy a small amount of grain. So, people started using precious metals as a medium of exchange. Gold and silver became the standard, leading to the creation of coins. But carrying around large amounts of metal was risky and impractical. This led to the development of paper money, essentially a promise that could be exchanged for gold. This system, known as the gold standard, would shape the global economy for centuries. The gold standard seemed like a perfect system. It provided stability and prevented governments from simply printing more money whenever they wanted. But it also had its drawbacks. During economic crises, governments found their hands tied, unable to increase the money supply to stimulate the economy.
I have directed Secretary Connolly to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
This move, known as the Nixon shock, effectively ended the gold standard era. Suddenly, the value of currency was based solely on faith in the government issuing it. This gave governments more flexibility in monetary policy, but it also opened the door to potential abuse. So, what happens when countries try to break free from this debt-based system? Well, the consequences can be severe. Take Libya, for example. In the early 2000s, Muammar Gaddafi proposed a gold-backed African currency to challenge the dominance of the US dollar. Shortly after, Libya faced military intervention from NATO countries. Similar patterns can be seen in Syria and Afghanistan. Countries that resist the global financial order often find themselves facing economic sanctions, political instability, or even military conflict. It's a stark reminder of how deeply entrenched the current financial system is in global power structures. Let's follow the money. Who actually benefits from this debt-based system? The answer isn't simple, but it often leads to large financial institutions and governments. Banks profit from interest on loans, while governments gain the ability to fund projects and wars through deficit spending. But it's not just about direct profits. The debt system also allows for a form of social control. People in debt are often more compliant workers, less likely to risk their steady income to challenge the status quo. It's a system that perpetuates itself, concentrating wealth and power in the hands of a few while keeping the majority in a cycle of debt. In recent years, cryptocurrencies have emerged as a potential alternative to traditional financial systems. Bitcoin, the first and most famous cryptocurrency, was created in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis. The promise of crypto is enticing, a transparent, decentralized system not controlled by any single entity, but it's not without its challenges. The volatility of cryptocurrencies makes them a risky investment, and their use in illegal activities has drawn scrutiny from regulators. Moreover, in the event of a catastrophic event like a long-term power outage or a solar flare, the entire crypto ecosystem could be at risk. As we look to the future, new innovations are emerging that could reshape our financial landscape. Platforms like goldandsilver.ai are pioneering this approach, using AI to issue gold and silver coins with personalized imprints chosen by members. This blend of cutting-edge technology and time-tested precious metals offers a unique approach to storing and transferring value. The AI assists in creating blueprints for the coin imprints, allowing for a personal touch that bridges the digital and physical worlds of finance. As we move forward, it's crucial that we remain aware of these dynamics and open to alternatives. As we've seen, debt is more than just a financial tool. It's a system that shapes our world in profound ways. While the current system has its benefits, it also perpetuates inequality and concentrates power. Whether it's through cryptocurrencies, AI-assisted precious metals, or systems yet to be invented, the future of money is in our hands. The question is, what will we do with it?